over from the Royal Opera House just before 7, so do come down if you can, and we'll be back here ourselves on Points West a little bit later. Thanks very much, Ali, and apologies for a couple of sound problems there. And I'm sure I heard somebody in the background going, shh.
It's always the same every time
exactly.
You go to the opera. Even
Now, if you thought that fitness clubs were the preserve of the young, then apparently you couldn't be more wrong.
That's right, they let me one in the other day. While most men of his age are using their free bus pass, 76-year-old Peter Jones is indulging in his favourite pastime, powerlifting.
I know. In fact, he can lift 85 kilos. That's almost 190 pounds in old money.
Well, you've surely heard of Super Gran. Well, then Peter Jones must be Super Grandad. And this is just his warm-up.
It's 20 kg on here. I started out initially at 10 kg and worked up to this. And that was about 6 months ago.
So heavy? How heavy is that again, both kilos and pounds?
Just over 40 pounds.
But this is his speciality, powerlifting. There are 3 forms. His is on the bench. His love of sport and fitness came when he started boxing and then took up athletics in the army. He gave that up long ago, in his early 60s. He only started getting serious last October and can't see any reason to give up.
I don't really know what I'm going to do when I'm too old to lift weights.
When will that be? When will that day be? When will we be too old?
It's all down to the Lord himself, isn't it, really?
Pete is he's definitely a one-off, bit of an inspiration to everyone in the club, certainly myself. He's always got valuable tips and training techniques just to pass on to the rest of us. It's quite something.
Having lifted weights for more than 60 years, he does have plenty to pass on. He says he'll start training seriously next year, when, get this, he hopes to get close to lifting 100 kilos. And weight training runs in the family, particularly one of his sons.
He's struggling at 80 kg, I'm glad to say.
And how old is he?
He's 46.
His next competition is in Cheltenham this weekend. Personally, I wouldn't want to take him on. Matthew Pick, BBC Points West, Swindon.
I'm extremely inspired and impressed. Well, let's go back to somebody else who I think is very impressive. And he's down at the Opera, of course, for finding out about the weather with Richard.